with my thoughts. Oh, and I don't know which side is better. I try to connect all the dots. Oh, to let you in behind my shelter. You could fit into my life when it's daylight and it's night. I would give away my soul, but is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. Where can I find your love that don't cut like paper, babe? You said, where can I find your love? Where can I find your love that don't cut like paper, babe? Either come close or stay away. Oh, this words are echoing inside of me. I don't wanna lead you astray. Well, give me clarity so I can see. You could fit into my life when it's daylight and it's night. I would give away my soul, but is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. Where can I find your love that don't cut like paper, babe? You said, where can I find your love? Where can I find your love that don't cut like paper, babe? You said, where can I find your love? Where can I find your love?
Where can I find your love? Where can I find your love?
Where can I find your love? Where can I find your love?
Where can I find your love? Where can I find your love?
Where can I find your love that don't cut like paper, babe? You said, where can I find your love? Where can I find your love that don't cut like paper, babe?
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. I don't know what I could say to convince you to hang around when you don't have to. There's so much that I'm still keeping to myself, 'cause you don't listen, babe. But still you got me missing you. When I see you my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. God, I'm sick of this waiting. You come and go.
heart is at war with my thoughts. Oh, and I don't know which side is better. I try to connect all the dots. Oh, to let you in behind my shelter. You could fit into my life when it's daylight and it's night. I would give away my soul, but is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know. Where can I find your love that don't cut like paper blade? You said, where can I find your love? Where can I find your love that don't cut like paper, babe? Either come close or stay away. Oh, this words are echoing inside of me. I don't wanna lead you astray. Well, give me clarity so I can see. You could fit into my life when it's daylight and it's night. I would give away my soul, but is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know.